Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well, and great to see you back here again for another team webinar event. I hope you can all hear me okay. I'll keep the chat open for a little bit. So, like I said, good to see you, and like I said, good to be back with you. We have a speaker ready and waiting for you this evening. A lady I think some of you know very well. A little bit nervous, Jackie White. She won't thank me probably for saying that to you. We've had a few tech problems today with going through, that's an understatement by the way, making everything work, but we're hopefully there now, so be a little gentle later on. Hopefully everything's okay. Like I said, I know she's sitting there very nervous, but I know it's going to be absolutely fine. And if there's any problems, Jackie, I'll come back in to help you. I know Pete's there with you as well. So just a reminder that our system uses Google Hangout technology. It allows unlimited attendees. So if you've got people, you'll probably see there's some Twitter buttons and Facebook buttons. You can invite guests in and obviously have a look down on the attendees list. And if your team member isn't in here at the moment, then get them in. Okay, give them a call, text them, whatever. Make sure they don't miss this. So it should be a really, really good webinar. We hopefully record them, but you can't always guarantee that's going to work. So sometimes that can be a little bit temperamental, shall we say. But generally, the system itself is extremely it's extremely stable here, so we shouldn't have any outages and things like that. Let's just have a quick look how many we've got in the room at the moment. Currently we've got 297, nearly 300, which probably means there's probably about 400 to 500 people, I guess, actually watching at the moment, but it's not enough. So like I said, if your team members aren't in here, get them in, or anybody, any prospects, you can text them, email them, Twitter them, whatever, get them in, and anybody that's interested at the end, we will pass them back to you, so to speak. We will make sure that they come back to you as far as, because after they watched the opportunity video at the end, well, like I said, we'll point them in your direction. Okay, so now we've put this on the login page. If you have any team members that say have any issues at teamwebinar.co.uk, ask them to log in through Google Chrome, because it's designed to work with Google Hangouts. It's the best, or tends to be the best browser to use. And also, can you let us know about the A's? And some of you are already there on your key. I'm sure there's a few there already. This is how we give applause in the webinar room. Okay? Make sure if you hit the A, so when Jackie comes on, when Jackie finishes, it's quite a difficult thing to do this, you know, because you're speaking into the abyss from Jackie's point of view. So it's great for her to see some response from you as well. Okay, so introduction. Jackie had been a party plan coordinator for many, many years before she joined Clean Easy, and along with husband Peter, they have now definitely found what they were looking for from their Clean Easy business. They have an income now currently in excess of £200,000 per year, and it's got to be said that every distributor starts exactly the same with you, with a business kit and a shoulder bag. You know, we all start exactly the same way. Now, Pete and Jackie were awarded a BMW 5 Series to keep for their success from the company. That's not a company car, that's given to them free of charge, if you like. And they're also current recipients, of course, of Clean Easy's coveted Distributor of the Year award. And now they live in their dream house, which we've stayed in a few times, unbelievable house. They have overseas properties in Spain and travel the world, all courtesy of Clean Easy. So give a big team webinar welcome with your A's, okay, for Jackie White.
Aha! How's that? Oh, wow. Yes, we've had a very eventful day, as Andy said. I'd like to thank Andy for inviting me on the webinar tonight, but I'd also like to apologise for all the stress that I've given him today. But we've done it, and it's a bit different with a Mac, I believe. Okay, so before I start on what I want to talk about, I'd just like to say that Peter and I joined the business, as many of you know, so I'm not going to talk about us because this is about you this evening. But Peter and I joined the business just, well, over 16 years ago, nearly 17 years, would you believe? And we kind of saw an opportunity, and we saw other people's incomes, and we just knew we had to learn this. And I've been in home shopping for 40 something years. I won't say exactly, but I've been in home shopping in Party Plan. And when I found Clean Easy, I realized that our ship had come in. And Clean Easy, and I will say this, I believe that you can join today and you can learn how and you can build an absolutely fantastic business. Whoever you are, all you need is the desire and the willing to learn and a massive work ethic and a whole lot of belief. And some of that is what I'm going to be talking about tonight. And we had a fantastic week last week, all of us, the whole company. So Christmas is here. This is a most amazing time of the year for you, whoever you are, to not only listen tonight, there's a lot of fabulous webinars that Andy puts on. There's a lot of fantastic people to listen to. And if you just took something away and made a change and made a difference in what you do when you listen to all these great people who are always coming on these webinars, you will change your business, you'll change your life, you'll change your outlook, and you'll certainly, most certainly, change your dreams. So I'm going to just go on now to the webinar or to my talk, and I'm going to do this right, Andy. Don't faint. I've just got to put my glasses on. And 1 minute, everyone, and we're just about ready. So, which one do we do, Pete?
Share. Yes, yeah.
Okay. So I hope that's on full. Andy, text me if it's not. But I just want to talk this evening about posture, about your posture, about you, about how you feel inside, about your belief and your confidence in the business. And Pete, this isn't on the whole page here.
Don't worry, just keep going.
Andy, I think I've got it right, and I hope I've got this on the whole page. If I haven't, Andy, and everybody, I just apologise. If you
Jackie, the whole page is showing. I don't think it's on the front page though. But I mean,
okay, I've just clicked on the first slide, so that's okay. As long as everyone's fine, that's perfectly great. So I want to talk about a little bit about you inside, you as a person, each one of you as an individual here, and the kind of belief and the confidence you have in, and you know something, a lot of us joined this business or any other business, and I can remember my early days in home shopping. I can remember the nerves, I can remember the stammer I had, I can remember the shyness I had, but one thing that I always did, I always listened. I always listened to the people who were successful. I wanted to be like them. I wanted to be better than I was. And so I listened to so many successful people and I emulated them. And eventually I started to get the belief and confidence in me that I had in the company. So this is all about you. And look at this guy here. Would you say he's confident? I mean, if he was going for an interview or if he was just making a decision on joining our fantastic business, his thought could be, I believe this is the business for me. I can learn how to do this. I'll aim high. Others have. To me, that's the right mindset. That's how we should be. That's how we should think. And if you don't think like that, learn to think like that. Because as human beings, the human race can learn to do anything they really want to do. So don't tell me or don't tell anyone you can't or you're not that type of person, because you can be anyone that you really want to be. And look at this guy. You can just look at his body language. You can look at his face. You look at his posture. He's lacking something. He's lacking that inner belief, but he's so undecisive. He's not sure about anything. He's not sure about this. What if it doesn't work? What if something goes wrong? Will I waste my time? I'm not sure about this goal thing. He's putting doubt in his own mind instead of having a little bit of posture and listening to what happens, listening to what people can achieve. So what is posture? Well, I believe it's an air of confidence even when you're not confident, even when you're very new and very nervous. It's a little bit of having an air of confidence, and that confidence can be, I am going to do my best here. I'm confident that I'm going to do my best and I'm going to learn. So have an air of confidence in your walk. You know, you can walk into a room as if you own it, and that's not a cocky thing. You just walk into the room and you give other people confidence in the room, or you can just slide in through the door and hope not to be noticed. Don't be a slider inner. Walk into the room with a straight back and a little bit of posture. Your posture is also in your dress. It's in your voice. It's the tone of your voice. It's in your smile. And you know, every single one of us can smile, even if it's a nervous smile. And we all have a nervous smile from time to time when we step out of our comfort zone. But the whole point is to smile. It's in your language. It's in the words you use. And words are so, so important. I'll come to that in a minute. And also in your tonality. What's your tone of voice? Now, you know what? We've all heard this saying, you can't judge a book by its cover. But you know something? People always do. They always have, and they always will. So I'm going to ask you, how do you want to be judged? Because that's very, very important in a people business. And I'm not talking about how do you want to be judged by the negative Nellies, the Eswapneys, the gossips of the world. Rise above those people. But how do you want to be judged by the people who matter, by your family, by your friends? My dad often said to me, even if you haven't got two halfpennies to rub together, or Jackie, look as though you have. Look as though you've got money and doors will open for you. And you know what? It's so surprising. I hate the saying, fake it till you make it. I hate that saying. I think it's an awful saying. But look as though you've got something. Look as though you're somebody. And you will be. It's a feel-good factor. You just feel so good. So this guy is dressed well. And if this guy came to see me, if this guy wanted to talk to me about the business, if he met me at an open evening, I'd feel quite happy talking to him about the business. He looks good. Like the eye buys. Always remember, the eye buys, and we make a judgment whether we should or not. We always do. And this guy looks good. He's casually dressed, but he looks good. His hair's great. I think he's well put together, actually. His hair's great. His clothes, his colour scheme. I just think he looks great too. So he's the kind of person that I'd listen to. But what about this guy? See, we're judging him. And we shouldn't really, but we will. And this guy probably has got a nice heart. He's probably a nice guy. But you know what? He hasn't bothered. He hasn't bothered to get ready to come and see me about this business, or to come to a hotel and meet me, or whatever. He just hasn't taken the time to bother. So if he hasn't bothered, will he be bothered to teach me the business? Will he be bothered to help me, to answer my calls, to mentor me, to guide me, to coach me? If he can't be bothered sorting himself out, can he be bothered to sort me out? So that's not a very good impression to have of someone. This girl, if she came to see me, if this lady came to see me, they've both made an effort. They've both made an effort with their posture. These two ladies haven't, and we can really judge these ladies badly, and that they probably could be very nice ladies, but do you know something? They haven't bothered. They haven't bothered with themselves. So are they going to bother with us? There's a lady, same hair on the left as it is on the right, same face on the left as it is on the right. But you know something? She's bothered. She's done something about how she looks to other people. And do you know what? That would give her the feel-good factor. Think yourself. When you dress up, when you put something on that you like, you feel good from within. So when you want to do well in this business, just feel good within. It's all part of your posture. This lady here, same hair, but styled differently. Same face, she just done something about it. Same body, her clothes are different. She looks entirely different. The one on the right has more posture. The one on the right has more confidence. If she hasn't got lots of confidence, it's a wee bit more confidence than when she looked as she did on the left. I'm sure I've made that point. So it's about making the most of what you have. This is nothing to do with having a size 10 figure and being a model and having a fantastic face. This has got nothing to do with that. This is about making the most of you, making the most of what you have. And it's exactly the same for our business. We are all given tools in our business, and it's about making the most of what we've got. And isn't it strange that we have the same catalogues, we live in the same country, we speak the same language, we have the same offers, we have the same everything, but some people make the most of what we have and others keep expecting it and wanting it to be better. Make the most of everything that we've got. So, who do you want to be? I would say, now you're sitting watching this, maybe everyone's sitting, just sit up straight, stand tall when you're standing, and stand as if you're going to be somebody, because you are. You are going to be whoever you want to be, whoever you want to be. So always study you, study yourself. And you know, whilst we're all personally developing in this business, because it's so, so important to continually read and continually listen to CDs. And we do that because we want to improve from the inside out. And when we grow from the inside out and make it continuous that we read all of the time, we will find our business will grow with us. And do you know what happens then? Your income will grow in proportion with your personal growth. And I can tell when people stop reading. I can tell when people stop growing. I can tell by their posture. I can tell by their language. I can tell by their body language. I can tell by their facial expressions. And I can read it in their eyes. Isn't that just amazing? Just amazing. So I would recommend to everyone, make the most of what you have. Make the most of what's within you and develop it so that you can be who you want to be to achieve what you want to achieve. And I think this is one of the major parts of the business, you know. It's we all have a system of how to put the catalogues out. We have systems on sponsoring, and they're all very, very important. But you personally growing from the inside out, it's the people who grow and the teams that grow together that grow together in not only in status in themselves but in income, and teams expanding bigger and bigger and bigger. So there's a lot for personal growth and posture. And I remember Craig did a talk once about making yourself more attractive. This is not just painting your face and etc. Making yourself more attractive is attracting good results. And we all know about the law of attraction. Attracting great customers, and that comes with your posture. Your posture is how you handle them, what kind of a service you give them. It's all in how you attract everything into your life, attracting all the good things in life. And I'm sure we know people, and I'm sure we've met people, and I hope there's no such people listening tonight, but there are people in the world who whatever happens to them, it goes wrong. Well, there is always a reason for that. It's their posture, it's their inner belief, it's the fact that they haven't done things properly. they've been half-hearted at something, they haven't finished something, they just haven't done it right. And then there are other people who everything they touch seems to go right. It's got a little bit to do with the attitude, a little bit to do with the inner belief, and a little bit to do with their posture. So attract good results, attract good customers, and attract fabulous distributors. We all get the kind of people who stop and start. We all get people who disappear off the face of the earth. They're those who disappear off the face of the earth. We get people who tell us lies. Well, they're the ones who tell us lies. We get people who exaggerate. Well, they're the ones who exaggerate. So we're always going to get a mix of people. And we have to share the planet with them, so we know that we're going to come across them, we're going to meet them, and we're going to sponsor them, because we haven't got a magic ball. But do you know something? We will learn. And as long as we each learn through the people we meet and thinking, how could I better have handled that, instead of having a blame culture and blaming people. And I can remember 46 years ago when I was learning to build a team, and I said that I can't get anyone to do this, and none of my people do this, and none of my people do that. And this real big massive Texan said to me, Jackie, your business will get better when you do, and your team will do more when you do, and your team will be willing to learn when you are. Well, that really hit home, because what I was looking for was sympathy. I was saying that my team don't do this and my team don't do that, and I didn't get sympathy. Do you know what I got? I got the truth. So if you want to grow in this business, speak to somebody who'll give you the truth and attract the good. It's just called the law of attraction. So I just want to ask you how you feel inside, because that makes a difference to what you portray outside. Or is it really? What you portray outside makes a difference to how you feel inside. Do you know? Both of these are true. I know that the gala dinner, so many people looked so fantastic. There's so many people had chosen something, they picked something special, they were excited about what they were. Everybody's posture looked fantastic to me, and everybody looked good and felt good, because what was on the outside made them feel good on the inside. But also, what you feel on the inside will make you feel good on the outside. So the gala dinner is a prime example about people feeling good. So let's go back to making the most of what you have. I think some of the things the company are doing are absolutely fantastic, and we're stepping into a new dimension here. And in the EWB, you will have remembered that right in front of you here, we'll have the internet specials. And it did show you how you could make the most of this and how you could put them on the internet. I wonder how many people just looked at that in the EWB and moved on to something else, or put their feet up to watch the telly that night and never tried to learn how to do this or make the most of it. And such people will be saying next week that they haven't had the same sales as everybody else. They're not going to earn the same bonus this period as other people are. That's because when we don't make the most of what we have, we cannot expect to have great things. And I'd just like to mention a record so far. Of course, unless you know different. But I know that Robin Herd sells 34 sets of that cutlery with sales of over £1,020. Do you know? That's a feel-good factor for Robin. I'm sure she feels much better having sat down and done that rather than watch the telly on Friday night. So without a shadow of a doubt, let's make the most of what we've got. You know, last week our sales went through the roof, which just goes to show when we've got those fantastic products, our business model is the best there is. And with the Christmas catalogue and the excitement that we've got, I just think we're going to, well, I don't think, I just know for sure we're going to have an unbelievable season. So I want to ask you, and I'm sure the answer is yes, but have you actually got your Christmas catalogues? Did you order them and have a little bit of vision and get them up front? And does everyone in your team, if you've got a team, know the benefits of starting Christmas now? It's not telling people what to do in this business. We're not managers. We have to explain the benefits of having Christmas catalogues now and putting Christmas catalogues out now. So does everybody know the benefits? And are you encouraging doorstep demos? My goodness me, the super products in the catalogue that we can use for doorstep demos are just amazing. Have you started already? What are you waiting for if you haven't? And are you leading your team by doing it yourself first and letting people hear what your result is? Are you leading by example? And is your plan full on for Christmas? We've got period 10, period 11, period 12, and part of period 13 before Christmas. And is your plan that you've written down full on to make the most of this time, of this period? Whether you're retailing or whether you're building a business, do you know you should get maximum customers? I know Ian Slade in our team did £10,000 personal retail in August. That's not what everybody wants to do. But he did earn £1,000 a week on his retail. Now, what I find is amazing is that he hasn't got an enormous amount of customers, but the customers he's got, he's built with posture. He's retained them with posture, and that's how he wants to earn his living. So he's got a full-on plan for Christmas to increase his income massively. So how many customers do you need as a retailer to pay you the income that you want on a roll-on? It's an income-producing asset, your retail business. So if you have a full-on Christmas planned and you've helped and mentored your team and you know where you're going, if you've answered yes to the above, how is your posture? Because I want to be talking about building a customer base and sharing that knowledge with other people. And this is what has changed our life. It's changed my life and Peter's life for the better. And whilst I've been in home shopping for well over 40 years and with many companies, there is nothing out there with a business model like we've got in our hands. There is absolutely nothing. And even before I came in Clean Easy, I looked at every product range and, more important, how the product moved. Because do you know something? If your product doesn't move easily, it's not so simple to teach people how to do it. And our business model moves our products so easily, and then we can teach other people. And what I found when I came into Clean Easy after Party Plan, Clean Easy was so simple to do. It was just duplication. All I had to do was get a few things right, make it as simple as possible, write a few scripts so anyone could do it and anyone could follow a simple training. And from there, we would teach people more skills. And the more skills a person has, the more posture they've got and the more confident they've got. And our business is skill-based. We do need skills to progress. And anyone who thinks that you can earn £100,000 a year, £150,000 a year, or £200,000 a year without skills, you need your head examining. Because this is a very simple business to do, and it's simple to learn some skills along the way. So let's have a look at telephone skills, because I believe this is one of the parts of the business that people are worried about and concerned about, are telephone skills and the telephone. And I know that Neil Young does an absolutely amazing training on this subject, and I just love to listen to Neil. So let's have a look at telephone posture. Your posture is in your voice, it's in your smile, it's in your language, it's in your tonality, and it is in your listening skills. And you have to have great listening skills within your telephone skills. So let's just start the process. The telephone process is personal verbal communication. It's a sorting process. Let's remember, we're in a people business, and in a people business, it's a numbers game. So when you're making calls, you're sorting. You're not losing anyone. You can't. Can you write this down? You can't lose anyone you haven't got. When people make an inquiry, they're simply an inquiry. They are simply a prospect. And we just have to go through lots and lots of prospects until we find the right people. And Bill Gates once said, when he was at a university and a student asked him what was the most difficult part of building your empire, and Bill Gates said, finding good people. So I'm going to say to all of you, when you're building your empire, go out and find good people, because there are 45 million working age people in our country, and you know what? You only need a handful of really good people. That's all. And we find people from all sources, and we need everyone. We value everyone we have, whether they want to grow big or not. We have to value them. So we're in a sorting process. So there's 5 key principles. You need to be confident. Now that's easy said, isn't it? You need to be confident. What if you're not? What if you're not confident? I can remember when I wasn't confident on the phone, I used to ring, make a call and hope people went in. So I could just tell my manager at the time how many calls I've made and people weren't even home, because there was a time I used to put a victim t-shirt on. So how can you be confident? Number 1, sit with a mirror. Now, some of you may laugh at this and some of you have done this, I know. But if you just have a mirror and you've got your script sheet, you've got your leads book, you've got everything in front of you that you need, and you just sit down and you look in the mirror and you start making your call. When you look in the mirror, you feel a bit silly. You're looking at yourself and you think, oh, this is daft what Jackie White said. But you know something? Somebody answers the phone and you say hello in a different tone of voice. Just try. Try a tone of voice without a smile. Try a tone of voice with a smile, because you can hear a smile on the phone. When you're making a call, you need to be in control. You're the one with the offer. You're the one with the opportunity. So you need to be in control, so you need to use a script. You need to relate to the person, so listen to their tonality and duplicate it. Like when we're sitting in front of somebody, we mirror them. When you're on the telephone, you have to duplicate their tone. So however their tone is, duplicate it, and they'll relate to you a little bit more. You need to have an agenda. So you need to use a script. And you need to finalize the next step. Now, I'm just talking here about making appointments. You might be making an online appointment to speak to somebody online. You might be making a one-to-one appointment or making a telephone appointment. I don't know. But I'm just talking about an appointment. Whatever kind of appointment that is entirely up to you. So we need to finalize the next step. So this is the structure, and it never changes. Whatever you're doing, this never changes. You open the call, you set the agenda, you ask questions, you present information, and you gain commitment. And they are the 5 points of structure when you make a telephone call. Okay, use the scripts and the structure. So you open the call. And opening the call, I'd say, "Hi Mary, I'm Jackie White. You responded to one of my recruitment advertisements, delivering and collecting catalogues. Or you responded to one of my recruitment advertisements, working from home. Or you responded to one of my recruitment advertisements, team leaders required." So I've opened the call. She knows who I am. She knows what I want. And I'm telling her what she responded to. So I'm going to set an agenda. And I do this by telling Mary, the reason for the call is to take you to the next step. I just need to ask you a couple of questions. Is that okay, Mary? Have you got 2 minutes to spare? Good. How are you today? Now what I've done here, I've let her know that this call is only going to take 2 minutes. It's not going to take any longer. I don't want to be on the phone all night making appointments. I want to make sure that I speak to all of these prospects and each one's going to get 2 minutes and I'm going to make an appointment. And I can speak to as many prospects and sort them out as quick as I can. So I've now set the agenda. I'm going to ask questions. Mary, the ad said £300 to £500 a month part-time. Is that the kind of part-time income you're looking for? Good, it is. Great. Well, do you have about 10 to 15 flexible hours a week to spare? Okay, so I found out what she wants to earn. I've also found out that she's got the time to earn it. I now want her. Okay, so I present the information. Well, that's fantastic, Mary. The next step is for us to meet for an informal chat where I can show you everything without any obligation on either side. I'm booking up, so would you be available during the day or evening, Mary? Okay, I have Tuesday or Wednesday, which is best for you. So now I'm presenting the information I'm going to give her today. Okay, and I'm telling her that I'm going to show her everything. And I can't show her everything on the phone. I can show her on an online appointment, but I can't show her on the phone. So I've presented the information. I've told her when I'm free. I've also told her that I'm booking up. So would she be available during the day or evening? And now I'm going to gain a commitment. Good. Wednesday it is then. Have you got a partner, Mary, and would he or she like to listen in? Okay, 7:30 or 8, which is best for you? Okay, 8 o'clock. Can I just check your address and postcode? My phone number is this, Mary. Could you give me a call should anything unforeseen happen? And I will be there at 8 o'clock on that evening. And Mary, that's a firm booking. Wednesday, 7:30. I look forward to seeing you on at that time. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, that's ever such a simple script. It took 2 minutes. I was in control of the conversation and they didn't ask too many questions because all I want to know, if I'm looking for retailers, and I always look for retailers, by the way, because I like to grow my own, and I always look for people because I like to involve them, expose and upgrade. So I've let people know that if they want to earn £300 to £500 a month and they've got the hours in which to earn it, I want them in my business. That's the end of story. There's nothing else to say. So I will go and see them. The thing is, when you avoid the scripts, you waffle. When you waffle, you talk too much and the prospect takes control. Then they ask lots of questions and you start justifying the business and justifying why you're ringing them, and you lose your posture and you lose. So stick to the script and be in control. The process in summary: you take control by using the telephone system. I have to say, the system is the expert. Do you know something? We haven't got to be experts at this business in the beginning. The system is the expert. Just use the system and you will gain momentum and posture and growth. Qualify people by asking questions. Ask permission to ask people questions, and that puts people on their guard, because you're going to ask questions, so they want to create a good impression, and they're so busy wanting to create a good impression, they're not asking loads of questions like, have you got to pay any money up front? Because that's a killer. Because I think our business is very, very reasonable to start. I just think it's fantastic to start. However, I feel that we can't show any value just on the telephone. So we need to show value either on the internet, on an online presentation, or on a one-to-one, or on a pack that you might send out. But we need to show value before we come up with the price. So we qualify people by asking permission to ask questions and believe in what you're doing and what you're offering, because that's posture. And I believe with every phone call I make, I've got the most fantastic offer, whether that person wants to earn £300 a month and be completely free, be able to smell the roses, be out there walking, getting fit, whatever. I just think it's a great way for anyone to earn a living without the stress and strain of a boss. I've just got it. It's just fantastic what we offer. Or if somebody has big dreams and big goals, do you know, we can take them there. We can take people wherever they want to go, as long as they want to go there. So believe in what you're doing and what you're offering, and have that posture, and do it with passion and enthusiasm, but just a little bit more enthusiasm than they've got themselves. Otherwise, they'll think you've gone gooky and you'll blow them out the water. So just a wee bit more enthusiasm. But that, again, is posture. Believe in the system and believe in yourself. You know, the system works because we are where we are today. You are all, for leaders who might be listening, you are where you are today because of the system that you've consistently used. So believe in that system and believe in yourself, and step up. Always step up with posture. You know, it's natural to be nervous making phone calls. We all go through it. I don't think, if everyone is honest, there's a single person who wasn't nervous in the beginning. However, it's not natural to be nervous 6 months from now if you're just starting. If you are nervous 6 months from now, you simply haven't made enough calls. You simply haven't worked the system. And to be an experienced networker or sponsor, all you require is lots and lots of practice. And once you can gain lots and lots of leads from all sources, and you can gain hundreds and hundreds of leads, you all can. You've got to do the system for gaining leads and get lots and lots of leads, and you're cutting your teeth when you're learning this business on all of the leads that come, and you're learning to be good. You've got to learn to be good and just create it. Leads, making loads of calls, and ensure whatever your system is, ours is a minimum of 10 appointments a week. Yours might be, well, obviously you would be different, but whatever your team system is, that's what you need to be doing. Not half of it, not a quarter of it. It's like saying to a new distributor, put 200 catalogues out, and they go out and they trial it with 25. And couldn't you just kill them? I mean, honestly, so when we say do 10 appointments a week, it doesn't mean 2. It means get enough leads, have the posture to book the appointments, and do 10, and your business will grow. And you know something? If I said to you today, how's your business doing? You will be either one or the other of these people. Number 1, jumping for joy, or number 2, head in hands. And the head in hands is usually either consistent bad choices or a bad reaction to something that's happened. The person on the left has overcome with posture anything that's happened and made the right choices. Sadly, the person on the right is really feeling like a victim. And you know, we can all feel like a victim if we want to. We all have things happen in our business, but you know what? You can snap your fingers as fast as you can. I don't know if you can hear this, but if you snap your fingers, you have to learn to recover from a disappointment. And if you find that difficult, find a mentor. And I mentioned Neil Young earlier. You know, when something rotten happens to you, and if Neil Young is your mentor, say, how would Neil Young handle this? Well, he'd probably do this, this, and this, and that's how I'm going to handle it. So you learn to handle situations not like a victim. Learn to handle situations like a winner. You see, the problem that we have a victim mentality is that we forget to see the blessings of the day. And because of this, our spirit is poisoned instead of nourished. And that is just like listening to people who whinge and whine and gossip. I'd like to ask you, next time somebody is whinging and whining and gossiping, ask yourself a question. Do I want my business to go in the same direction as theirs? And if you've got posture, your answer will be no. So gently move away from the whingers and whiners of the world. And the law of association says, associate with those people who you want to be like. And there's so many fantastic people in Clean Easy that you can associate with and you can follow. And I'm just so passionate. I'm just so passionate about the business. I'm so passionate about your future. I'm so passionate about our future. And all you have to do is do what it takes with posture. So check your posture and stand tall. Always look at yourself. Do you look good? Do you feel good? Create a feel-good factor, because goodness comes from within, and you know you will attract people to you. I just want to say, sometimes you know you can spend time with a person, and when you've left them you feel good. And other times you spend time with a person and you leave them and you feel totally drained. Well, you know, Rob Foster says, be a radiator and not a drain. So mix with the radiators in order to be one, and be prepared to grow. Mirror and use the script book and a lead book and a diary when you're ready to make those calls and when you're ready to emulate that prospect's voice. Just like sometimes when we're sitting face to face with someone, we mirror them and we mirror their actions. That makes them feel at home with us. So on the telephone, if somebody uses the word great all the time, you use the word great. If somebody says, oh, that's absolutely brilliant, you say, yeah, that's right. You're dead right. It is brilliant. So also mirror their words and make those calls and grow your business, because the communication with people will put money in your bank. Believe me. So make an effort to feel good about yourself and look after your body, everyone, because it's the only thing you've got to live in. So take care of it, look after it, and eat the right food and put the right fuel in your body to give you the energy to achieve what you want. Have posture, belief, and confidence in our fantastic opportunity, and make the most of whatever you have in your hands. And we have got some amazing ways of moving product, and the catalogues are the most powerful of all. So just make sure that we do and teach and show people how to go through the numbers. Become attractive, smile, work on your personality, make it a warm personality. You haven't got to be a comedian, you haven't got to do somersaults and cartwheels. Just have a warm, caring personality, and a shy personality works. It works too. The law of attraction is very, very important. So attract the positive and attract good people around you, and avoid having a victim mentality. Change it for a good posture. You can, because you're in control. And sometimes I ask people how they've done and they blame somebody else or someone's upset them. No one can annoy or upset you without your permission. Don't give it. Come on. You're a strong human being. Every one of us can be as strong as we really want to be. I just would say to you, you know, when you have good posture, you can create big dreams. And it's the big dreams where the records are broken and fortunes are made. So if you haven't been dreaming so big lately, because you might have listened to somebody who's lost their dreams, big mistake. Start dreaming big. Start making those goals. All of those things when you had a fire in your belly and you started this business and you really wanted to get somewhere, and in life, in your wealth, in where you live, in what you enjoy, in what you want to give to other people, you will get that by creating big dreams and having the posture to believe them. So aim high, everyone, and think really, really big, because I'm going to say the big is really beautiful. And I just hope that you can all work on yourself first and keep growing in posture and in business, and I'll see you all at the top. Thank you very much for your time this evening, and I really hoped that's helped. Thank you very much indeed.
That was absolutely fantastic, Jackie. I hope you all enjoyed that. That really, really was good, and I hope you took plenty of notes as well. We will have that recorded, so hopefully in the next day or two we'll get that up online for you. But like I said, absolutely brilliant training. Thanks very much. And obviously at the end, of course, when we go off, we'll open up the chat, and you can obviously give your feedback there, of course, but be in a little bit, not right at this moment. Great to see as well that we're getting the numbers back on the webinar. We had up to about 360 at one stage, and the numbers always fluctuate. Brilliant to see, because we did have some tech problems, so some of you will remember earlier in the year we lost a few numbers, so it's brilliant to see the numbers starting to rise again. Now, one of the things that Jackie actually mentioned as well was selling on the internet. And certainly when we did this, I mean, we did a webinar a couple of months ago, we mentioned about that, and we took it to great heights as well. So congratulations to all of you that took that on board, and also when Gavin Scott started moving it and we started mentioning it on the webinar as well, because as was said at the conference, we took a product there between all of us that was, I know when I started promoting it and started telling you guys about it, they had about £85,000 worth of stock, and that sold out a few weeks ago. And also, as well as selling out a few weeks ago, it was the best-selling product one particular week, and it wasn't even in the catalogue. So you will see an offer come up on the side here as well. Just a little website that we've put together, which some of you know about, which is Sell Easily on Facebook, sellonfb.co.uk. There's a button there if you want to go there afterwards. We'll keep that up. Just a little website we put together, nothing too clever. It's about sort of 4 videos we put together. Simple website. A lot of you have used and found useful for moving that particular or moving products that way, and there's some great products that are coming up now as well. So hopefully you'll find that useful. Now the next webinar is on the 21st of October. Hopefully you've got that down in your diary, 21st of October, and with one of the stars of the Christmas showcase, the one and the only Premier Distributor, Peter Rea. So do make sure you're on for that. Tell your team all about it. Let's take this webinar back to over 500 people where it belongs. So that'd be brilliant if you could do that for us for next time. Now, those of you that have joined us to find out maybe a little bit more about our business, when we finish in a few minutes, you'll see a short video about our business. It's a 15-minute video, but it'll give you a lot more information. And after watching that, please feel free to contact the person who sent you to this link, sent you to this webinar presentation for more information. So don't forget to give Jackie your feedback. We'll see you back here on the 21st, and really make the most of these next 3-4 months up until Christmas, because there's some fantastic sales to be got. And like I said, we'll see you back here on the 21st. Good night, everybody, and sleep well, And those of you that are going to watch the video, of course, watch that and get back in contact with the people that put you onto this webinar. Good night, everyone.